Everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If you're not yet a member of our free options trading group, the link is below for that. I want to thank everyone that is waiting. So we got a couple people in here already. We got Samuel. We got Dorian. What's going on, guys? If you're here right now, say what up. But just crazy day. Dorian, what's up? Verizon does it again for me. Over 200% profit after earnings. Congrats. Yeah, I actually put a Verizon trade on after earnings here. Dorian. EZ, what up? William, if you're here right now, say what up. But today, Jeff, how you doing? Today was I mean, just crazy. The Dow was down over 500 points, and now it's only down 50, and at one point it was down 9. I mean, come on. Cobra Commander, Carmen, Ray Lee. Carmen, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. If you got paid today, say comment got paid. But you know, the S&Ps were down. What did they close at yesterday? Like 27.55. We're down 60 points and then only closed down 15. They're down 11 right now. Nasdaq is down. Nasdaq was down like 150. I think it's down only like one. It's only down 16 now. Samuel, Jeff, nice. Manny, how you doing? Yeah, Manny got paid. Samuel got paid. Jeff got paid. Crazy day. Yeah, to kind of get into it now that people are joining this. You know, I really wasn't expecting it. Realized today, kind of easier to see on here. Thinkorswim doesn't have your realized profits like it does here. Yellow Fire getting that money. Yellow Fire got paid. Even I got paid. What does that mean? So right here, at pretty much, William lost $2. Well, don't be so sad that you lost $2 because people lost 6 or 7 figures, I bet, today, and only for the market to recover. Imagine how they're feeling right now. But today at open, I closed out Bank of America for $269, and this is across my 4 accounts right now. I just have my one Tasty Works account and one Thinkorswim account that I'm showing you guys, but I also have 2 other accounts that I had these same trades on. I closed out Morgan Stanley for 62, and I was kind of panicking at the open because I thought there was going to be a quick recovery. Like we went down even further this morning before the recovery. I thought because we were down so much pre-market, it just was going down by a lot. That we were going to go down, like we were going to rip back up. And Tesla, this is where I made the money. I mean, we did great on Bank of America. Don't get me wrong. Bank of America, we did great. Morgan Stanley, we did great. I mean, Bank of America, we went from. Let's see here. Bank of America, we went from, what was this trade? So a 25 cent trade here, and we sold it for 77 times 3. So 25 cents, actually 78 cents, because I kind of did separate orders this morning. I mean, that's a great return. I mean, it's almost 300%. So definitely not complaining about that. But the one trade that caught me off guard, Hamed, how you doing? If you're just joining us right now and you got paid today, say you got paid. But the biggest trade of them all, which threw me completely off guard, was this Tesla. Now, if you were here yesterday watching this, you know that I was playing defense on Tesla. Kind of give you some. Let's go back last 7 days on Tesla. Yeah, so last 7 days. So here's the thing. Tesla, on 10/16, I bought the 315 call for 74 cents. Tesla started going against me. I then, on 10/18, I bought another one for 41 cents. So I averaged down, I cut it down my risk, right? And yesterday I said, hey, Tesla is going down again. I'm gonna try to lower my average here so that my average was then like 20 cents, like 22 cents. So really, yesterday I said, hey, I really just want to get back to break even. I bought 3 more calls for 9 cents at 9:45 a.m. Central. So that at this point my average was 22 cents, and Tesla, these Tesla 315 calls, the delta was only 3 cents. So I was like I was only gonna get paid $3 for every dollar it moved. So I was like, if this goes up $5-10, I'm gonna make some good money at open. When did I sell these Tesla? Yeah, 3 minutes into open, I sold these for $1.38. So my average was like 22 cents, 23 cents. I sold it for $1.38. Thought I did amazing. I bought these for 9 cents yesterday. We sold them for $1.38 today. That's a huge win. Tesla. So I'm not complaining about the money that I made. We definitely made some great. We made some great money on that. The way that it worked out, I just don't understand. So it went from 9 cents from $1.38, and Delta was only 3. Delta changed in the morning. I know they got earnings, but IV inflated by a bit here. Actually, I think let's look at the Tesla. IV went down a little bit, but at open it was nuts, and I actually thought it was wrong because I was actually up a lot more at open on Tesla, and I sold these for $1.38. These calls right now are worth at the bid here $795. We could have had instead of a $3,500 day, we could have had like a 20 grand day. I mean, that's insane. Like, the way these inflated is insane. So when I sold it at 8:33 in the morning, Tesla was at, it was just like right here. Let's see if I can get the 1 minute chart here for the day. So at 8:33 this morning, my time, we were sitting at 265, which wasn't like it. It was kind of struggling here, so I definitely wanted to take my risk off because we were kind of going up and down. And yesterday it closed, so it was 265-ish range I closed it out at. And today, let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Yesterday it closed out at 261. So from like a $4 to $5 increase in a day, this is just the crazy thing. Tesla's went from 9 cents in a day to $1.38 to now they're now worth $7.95. $7.95. So that is crazy. We could have made a lot of more money, but you can't complain. Anytime you go from 9 cents to $1.30, you got to count your blessings. And to the fact that this is a nice learning experience, the thing that it went from 9 cents to $7.95 in one day is just incredible. And that kind of shows you the power of options here, that really you can do anything. AC, how you doing? Really, with options, there's so much opportunity. However, like the thing is, I was very, I guess I would say I was very, not scared, but very frugal, and because I was up so much, I was up like $900 across each account this morning. I wanted to be very careful because last week I was in the same exact position with a very, very similar trade, and I gave about $500 worth of gains back, and it didn't come back. I closed out the week like down 100, and I did a lot of trades. I did a lot of great trades, but because I didn't take my profits in time, and if you watch my videos from last week, you'll see the mistakes that I made. So I was really cautious this week, and yes, it paid off. I got cash in my account, but just to show you the options, the one thing I am happy about being cautious was Bank of America. I'm glad that I took profits in that, because when it dipped down this morning, when it dipped down here, I cashed out. It came back up, so I wouldn't have made that 300%. Sure, I would have made I would have made money still, but wouldn't have been the 300% on Bank of America that I did make. What spread did I have here this morning? BAC. So I had the 28.5 and then 27. So I had 5 of these. Let's see what that's going for right now. BAC doesn't work like that. So the 27. So at close, I were to hold these puts here. I have another position on, so 27, 28. So now that's only worth 38. I still would have been up money. I still would have been up like $50, but I wouldn't have been up 78. So, it goes to show you, me taking money off the table was great for Bank of America, not great for Tesla. But you don't know, like at the end of the day, you don't know where what's going to be good or what's not going to be good. Marine, I don't regret leaving profit on the table. I'm just showing you that like going from that option going from 9 cents to $8 in one day is just incredible. Like I don't understand why the options, because earnings coming up. I don't understand why the options for Tesla were so underpriced that caused this. This should not have been the case here. On a $10 increase, we made a $10 increase on a $5 increase on Tesla, up 1,000%. That goes to show you how underpriced the options were, and mostly probably because yesterday, if you look at yesterday, this is what happens when you have a flat day. So we opened up 260. There was volatility during the day, don't get me wrong, but where it opened and where it closed was pretty much the same price, which really crushed the options. And also when I bought them for 9 cents, it was like down in here near the open, and then it recovered. So actually at the end of the day, those 315 calls were 20 cents, and I was still down about $25 on the position. So I got back about $50 on that position. I was only down $25 on it, but it was still only 20 cents for the 315 calls, and for me to sell it when Tesla's up $4, $5 more, when it had a delta of 3 at the time. I mean, that's insane. I thought markets weren't open and like the option markets were like illiquid at the time, because when I actually opened up, I was up 1,000 and actually closed it out for $500 per account. So I mean that was crazy. Easy was bugging Nick at 5 a.m. telling him about Morgan Stanley. Yeah, Easy was messaging me. We were messaging back and forth. I mean, Bank of America and Morgan Stanley, we got paid this morning. Greg was up 200 at open, couldn't sell everything fast enough to get out of it, but still made out good. Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing when markets are really busy. And also, I know that Robinhood was also having issues when filling orders or not filling orders because of the traffic. I mean, today was a high volume trading day. I mean, I did on each account, I did, I won't show you. I think I did, let's see here. What's my other account here? I did 11 trades per account. So, I mean, we just, crazy. But, this is a good example to show you the power of options and, what it can do if you stay diligent. Now, the thing that you don't want to do is go back in and think you can do it again, because I really think that the pricing on Tesla was an anomaly. Like, I don't know why that happened. I'm just glad that I averaged down yesterday. Even if I didn't average down, I was still in a great position. I would have still made money, but it wouldn't have been the 1,000% return that I just got. I mean, it's just insane. Greg sold BAC call at $1.14. Samuel, so do you always buy when it's low, or do you go in sometimes too when it's slowly going up? If it's going my direction, I don't add. I only add when the position goes against me and I start playing defense. BAC. Easy was up 50 trying to sell it, wouldn't let me, then tried to sell it. So yeah, that's why I was saying, like, when you guys are talking about Robinhood and being free commissions, really it does cost you some money. You leave some money on the table when it can't fill your orders. So just keep that in mind. Other things that I did today, because I was looking for some low IV trades, which was very hard to find today, is McDonald's earnings came out. They had a bombshell earnings. They did great. Not bombshell. I guess what's the word for that? Who knows? But anyways, they did great. They were ramping up in here, and I put a position on right in here, down like when it was in like 175 area. I paid $1.65 for. Who's this? I paid $1.65 for. We'll go here. For the 180 call to 172.50 put, and this is like where I'm down right now, 119 on the new trades I put on. Not really too concerned about it. Most of that was because of McDonald's, because if you look at the chart here, McDonald's was really just flat the rest of the day. So I really just wanted to, I thought that it was going to rip back to 172.50. So I did buy the 180 call just in case it ripped up, but that's why I'm down on that. So we need a little bit more volatility. I think that we'll get it tomorrow on McDonald's, and you know, if it goes up to 180, great. If it comes back down to 173, 174, right now being down like 70 on it, I'll be looking to get out more break even than make a profit on it. So was a good try, but it just, you know, it just flattened out. So I didn't actually think there was gonna be more buyers up here for McDonald's, because if you look at the chart here, you know, last time I was up in this area, went up to 178 all the way down to, you know, 152, and now we're back up in this range. So I actually thought maybe it was going to the people that were trapped up here all year were going to sell this pop, but looks like it found some new buyers. So I'm down about $70 in that position. The rest of them not too bad. I put a position on Alibaba. I put a position on right here. I bought the 140 put, 152.50 call. I actually closed it out today at $14 loss. My original position, and I just kind of realigned it. So at opened, I really just realigned this because I thought that it was sitting at like 145 or like 144 in here, and I thought that if it stayed here all day, my premium was going to get crushed. So I'd rather take the $14 loser and then realign. And that's what I did, and I'm down like $20 on it, which is not bad for a strangle on Alibaba. You know, had some nice volatility kick in, went down. You know, we gapped down from like the 148s all the way down to like 142. We gapped down, came down to 142, bounced a couple times, and then we're back up. So, you know, I actually thought we were going to revisit down to the 140 lows again, but we never did. So, you know, definitely was interesting on these new plays that I did, because I thought these pops were gonna sell off hard, and they didn't. Which, you know, we're protected either way. So if we have a big green day tomorrow, which would be good. If not, if we return back down to these low levels, would be good as well. So either way, I'm good. The only way that I'm not going to be good is if we stay the same here. Samuel says McDonald's and Verizon paid him today. Nice. Samuel, I did a Verizon play too. I bought the 56 put and 57 call. So I straddled it at like 56 when I was down here, like 56.50. I mean, I strangled it. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm up $5 on it. You know, so we'll see what happens. Verizon's also hitting some new. So I was looking for some plays here. Verizon's hitting some yearly highs here as well. So I was looking forward to either return down to 55, kind of sell off, or kind of bust through some new all-time highs here, which it seems to want to do. Can you explain how you look for trading opportunities? Like what kind of setups and candles? So Cobra Commander, what I did today, because after I sold off, I didn't want to just go back into you know, after I got what's mine, after I took my profits, I didn't want to just go back in and pay high premiums, because everything that I was trading before, premiums were sky high. Premiums, like as you can see with Tesla, Tesla premiums just went haywire. That's why you know, I really wanted to take that position off. What I did though is I actually, you know, I went on. All I did was I scanned for low IV. So if you look here under notable stocks on Tastyworks, I went under Tastyworks notable stocks. That's why you can see my IV rank here. I scanned for low IV, and actually a lot of these deflated. McDonald's popped up on my radar because I saw the big move there, and I found Verizon on this list as well when I was doing it. So I also have a scanner in here in Thinkorswim. That scans for IV percentile, which you can set for, okay, this is going from 50 to 100, or you can set from like, you know, 10 to 25, and you can kind of scale that way. It's a little bit nicer way to kind of do that. I find that this list is a little bit better because this is already handpicked by Tastyworks. When you get this list over here, you're getting everything, including like crappy penny stocks. In here, you're not going to get any of those like crappy stocks because it's all already handpicked. So that's kind of what when I was scanning, this is what I was looking at right here. That's where I found the McDonald's and the Verizon play, and I liked them because they just had earnings, and I did good on Bank of America and Morgan Stanley right after they just had earnings. Nice Ivy crush, and then we have a lot of volatility in the market, so it really paid off there. Baron, how you doing? I didn't do anything with T. I don't really like trading it that much, to be honest with you. Mainly because it's just a stock. It's not like really like a growth stock, so I don't really trade it that much. But I could see why this chart would be interesting. You know, especially hitting low 30s here. You know, the high range is 39, so it's on the lower end of its range, and it looks like it's picking up some steam here. It just, you know, AT&T just moves a little bit slow for my liking, honestly. Easy says, I don't need to hear what can happen tomorrow because I will relapse and buy again and have to wait again. Oh, man. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely leave them now. I will be taking questions or trade ideas. I also put on Morgan Stanley. I put on another trade. So after I got out of Morgan Stanley, I'll go back to Tastyworks because you guys can see it better. I put another trade on later this afternoon. I bought the 44 put and the 45 call, looking for it to break through. Either I was looking for it to return to the 43s or break through 45 to go to 46. So my target's like 46. 43 or 46 is my target for the rest of the week. It's kind of what I'm looking at on that. I know that AMD earnings are this week. AMD is looking interesting. Everyone's very bullish on AMD. Samuel, Amazon. Amazon. So I was actually very easy. I'll tell you my position on AMD. Samuel, Amazon. I was hesitant. I was thinking of buying down in the 1700s here. However, the last time it went from 20, 50 all the way down to like 19, I bought the dip, and then it went down to like the 1800s, and it didn't really pay off for me. So I figured that I wasn't seeing Amazon quickly. You know, Amazon could have come down from 17 easily down to like 1600. Now, if it came down to 1600, I would probably put a position on. But since it didn't yet, I didn't put a position on. AC, where did you find that list of earnings this week that you posted on the Facebook group? It's a website called earningswhispers.com. Earnings Whispers. Earnings Whisper. Sorry. Here you go. Earnings Whisper. So this is where you get that information of the earnings calendars and stuff. So AMD, I'm bullish on Amazon. I just haven't been seeing it correctly this year, so that's why I haven't traded it since I lost 2 weeks ago on this pullback here. AMD. So AMD, my thing about AMD right now is the premiums are rich. I'm thinking about trading it after earnings again to kind of take advantage of that premium crush. I don't want to sell a credit spread in here or an iron condor or anything, because if it does like have crazy earnings, this goes to like 30, 35, no problem. Or if it doesn't do well, you know, you come back down to 20 or the high teens again. So it's really risky for selling credit right now, and I think it's also risky for buying premium, because if you look at AMD here, I mean, if you're looking, it's expecting a $3 move here, you know, which is over 10%. So it's expecting over a $3 move, and there's really no way for me to trade this that's like protected. So if like let's say I bought something like out here, like almost one standard deviation out, this is going to cost me 144. You know, it's going to cost me 144. My probability of profit's only 15%. I don't really like that. However, like selling an iron condor, let's say a one standard deviation like iron condor or something like that, you know, will bring you better odds, like 69%. But I think that if it has killer earnings, it could definitely exceed this easily. What would Jason Bond do? I don't actually know. I don't actually know him or what he sells. All I know is from his like crappy ads he plays on my videos. I mean, I guess he pays for the videos, but I don't really like what he sells. So that's what I think about AMD. So AMD, I'll be playing. I like to play the after. When it comes to earnings, I like to play the aftermath because anything could happen into that earnings report. Anything could happen. Anything could be said, and then on the conference call, anything can be said on the conference call that, like, let's say they say, oh, like, we're having great earnings this quarter, but 2019 things are going to slow down a little bit. If they say something like that, I mean, you come back down here to the teens. There's not a lot of support here. There's no support here till you get to like 19, 15. It's dicey. So I won't be buying that. Manny, Netflix. Netflix already had earnings, so that's what's intriguing. What's their IV at right now? Netflix. Netflix is at 59 IV rank, 56 on the weeklies, 50s on the weeklies here. Quite the turnaround. Looks like it bounced, likes to bounce off this 320 level. So we had a bounce today off the 320 level, bounce on 1010, also a bounce in August 320, and then some bounces back here. Looks like 320 was the call, and I didn't trade. I should have traded that. What did Netflix look like today? I actually was so busy with everything else I didn't. So yeah, we gapped down, hit a low of 316, and ever since it hit 316, it just ripped. So it looks like I missed the opportunity there. Probably should have done like a credit spread or something while IV was high, but I think I missed it. I'd like to see. I want to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Are the Bears? Like I said yesterday, the Bears are coming for you, and they struck hard this morning, like real hard. Are they going to come again tomorrow? Or are the Bears going to get tired? But I feel like if you look at the S&Ps, I like to use the S&Ps a lot. If you look at the S&Ps right here, I went over it yesterday, that if today was going to be down here, we're going to see 2,700 real quick. And today we saw sub 2,700. If we see sub 2,700 again, 2,600, 2,500 is definitely in play. And right now my view has not changed because this chart is still ugly. I mean, we didn't get back. If we came back up to 2,800 and pushed higher, maybe I would have said, even though that would be like a 100-point swing in a day, it did swing like 60, 70 points today, so that's crazy. But in terms of this chart, like, what do you guys see in terms of this chart? For me right now, it's still looking very bearish. We're not making any new highs, so based on this, we need some more data. Like, what's tomorrow going to look like? What's Thursday going to look like? Before you kind of figure out if the Bears are getting tired or the Bulls ready to play, or the Bulls just going to get beat down to shreds and we're going down to 2,500. So, in my opinion right now for the S&Ps, 2,500, 2,600 is in play. We did hit the high 2,600s today. And if you replay my video from yesterday, you'll kind of see what I was talking about, and it did come true today in terms of hitting these numbers down here. Like I said, yesterday, if you discounted it today, if like we went up to 2,800 today and we pushed up to 2,840, that'd be a different story. If we broke above 2,812 and pushed higher, that'd be a different story. But look where we're at. We're at 2,740 right now. So, and we're below these 2,749 lows here. 2,755, 2,750. So we're below 2,750 lows here. We're not in a good place. It's dangerous right now. So just keep that in mind. So that's why I'm heavily hedged, and that's why when I was looking for plays today, I was looking for things that the IV was crushed, and the plays that I cashed out, IV was high, and I was able to cash it out. So yesterday we put on some plays, and today we took them off, and I was trying not to get back in those. Easy. So let's see. Square 11.9 call strike 87. Square. Easy. How much did you pay for this square? You got the 87. Whew. In terms of the long-term chart here, it's looking like it's building some support down here in the 74, 72 area. When it moves quick, but what I noticed that for Square, and the same for like Twitter, it consolidates for a while and then it moves. And if we're in a period of consolidation, which it appears to be right now, I probably would have waited on that 87 call. Not to say it's not going to happen, but it's, I don't know. Let's see. Do they have earnings coming up? Square needs a catalyst. So earnings are November 7th, and you got the 11/9 call. So, if it ramps up into earnings, if it goes to 85 before earnings, so a lot of times things do ramp up before earnings, such as like Tesla today. Tesla had some upgrades, went up to like $30. That was kind of a rare thing because Tesla was way was beaten down a lot. I'm not going to say undervalued because I don't actually know what Tesla's valued at for a fair value for a share, but Square, they've been beaten down from their highs, but they're not like beaten down like to 40s or 30s, or 50s even. So, this could go up to 85 before earnings, or it could not. So just be mindful of that. The only thing that you got going for you is that you're probably not going to get IV crushed. So that's probably the good thing for you. Rayleigh, Microsoft will boost it up. Microsoft earnings will boost it up. Rayleigh, are you talking about Microsoft's going to boost Square earnings? Microsoft has earnings this week too, so that's why I was also trying to trade things that don't have earnings because I know Snap, Tesla, Microsoft. A lot of people have earnings this week. AC, what do you consider to be low, high IV? So below 50 would be like a low IV. Above 50 would be a high. 50 to 100 is high. Anything below 50 is on the lower end. And Netflix right now is at 59. So 59, I would say in this market that we're experiencing right now, 59 is actually pretty low because everything that we're touching is like 60 or 70 or 80. The S&Ps. The S&Ps are kind of different. Microsoft earnings will boost it up. So I guess I told you guys this a while ago that my buy target for Microsoft was 105 and I missed it today. And why I missed it today, I didn't put a trade on Microsoft because they have earnings this week. I didn't want to put a trade on and jeopardize that. Also, like premiums were super rich, so I didn't want to do an earnings trade, but it did hit my target of 105 here. And the reason why I liked 105 on Microsoft is because back down in here, it bounced a couple times off of 105, and then we bounced here a little while ago on 105, and then today we bounced out 105 again. So, that's why I like trading areas of support and resistance a lot. Is like the feed going slow, guys? It looks like I'm like in slow motion here. Let me know. Let's see here. One of the crazy indicators, I'll show you my Robinhood account here. Crazy thing on Robinhood. So yeah, we still closed down red on the day. But if you take a look at what happened here for Robinhood today, I mean, at one point it was down like $150, like 3.5%. And the reason why I'm showing this because these are my stock holdings. I like to use these. I hold tech stock here. I like to use this to kind of show you how the market moved today with what actual holdings are. And look at if you look at it, I mean, just had a crazy bounce back. Like open, we were already down like 125. We were down like over 3%. Then it bounced back hard, up $68. We were only down 1.75%, which being down 1.75%, like if in 2017, if this were to happen, it would have been like crazy. It would have been like the end of the world. Like we didn't have a 1% down day. They had a countdown for like 1% down day for the S&Ps or the markets. And we were down 1.75%. And then it went down again, back down. So this is why I was getting beat down here, 3.5%. And then we just recovered all day. We closed the day out only down 1.34%. But kind of good to show you what the what the overall tech markets did today and how it kind of recovered. And I would still say it's going to go either way right now with the S&Ps. Not sure. Security Kate, your stream is coming through fine over 4G mobile here. Okay, cool. Jeff says good. You could tell everyone is beaten down after the last couple off days, hanging on to their seats. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised and actually really happy that there's a lot of people in this group, an options trading group, and the people that watch this channel, I've seen a lot of them come from, you know, not being profitable to them being profitable more consistently, and I mean, that's great. AC, not sure if people thank you enough for all of this, but you've helped me a ton. Thank you. Hey, thank you. AC, thank you for watching. You know, if it wasn't for you guys watching, you know, I definitely love talking about the stock market with you guys. I mean, it's great. It's nice to make money. I also learn from my losers. You know, obviously it feels good to make money, but when, you know, obviously as you guys been watching and following day in, day out, I mean, not every day we make money. You know, yesterday I was only up $40. Today we're up a lot more. You know, some days I'm down $100. Some days I'm down $400. Some days I'm up 1,000. You know, it's part of the game here. But as long as you guys are learning from your mistakes, growing from your mistakes, I mean, that's good enough for me. So, you know, on deck for tomorrow, kind of what I'm thinking of is I need to get rid of Bank of America. I need to get rid of Morgan Stanley, and we'll see kind of where things are going right now. Everything's pretty much taking a break now. Things aren't really moving after hours. As you can see, nothing's really popping off on my screen here. But yeah, if you guys got anything else, you know, definitely put it in the chat here. Baron J Nug. I actually haven't traded this in a very long time. Oopsies. Yeah, so yeah, this is looking pretty bullish. Gold is popping off here, as you can see on my watch list here. I've been watching it. Oil had its worst day in like three months. So JNUG definitely gold in general right now is bullish after being beat down for so many months. Maureen, I've learned so much. Thanks. I've had losses, but good wins too. Nice. Cheers, Nick. Easy is up 31% today. Yeah, in our options trading group, one guy, I'm not going to say his name. You know, he was down. He went from $1,500 down to $50, and now he's back up to like $500. So, you know, right now I think this market for everybody is great in terms of learning how to trade. 2017 was not a good market to learn how to trade, because a lot of the people that started, let's say in 2017, were just making money so easily. All you had to do buy calls, or all you had to do was sell short puts. All I have to do is do this and it'll go up. All I have to do is this and it goes up. And that does not make you a good trader. That doesn't make you a trader. That just means you know, the market goes up every day. So markets like this are ideal for the options trader. There's a lot of opportunity. 2017, like I was just falling asleep at like my desk. It was just like terrible. Are we going to get a video on new ideas regarding videos that you'll be doing for next? Because I've learned a lot from you. I'll keep learning from your view. Samuel, are we going to get a video on new ideas regarding videos? Are you saying you want me to do a video that talks about ideas that I have coming up for us versus herd, or what? You know, but if this video was of value to you while you guys are on here, hit that like button. Definitely helps me out. Easy. Go Dodgers. Dodgers blue in my blood and options cash in my pocket. There you go. Easy, everybody. Go Dodgers. But we're Cubs fans over here, man. Cubs all the way, baby. But yeah, we don't need to start any fights in the chats here. So kind of what I'm thinking of moving forward is I'm trying to, you know, to do these videos, it takes a lot of time. One thing that people have been asking me for is training. I actually am currently working on training, and not just like the crappy training that teaches you the basics of options, but also like all my strategies that I use for different market conditions, what to use when low IV, what to use for high IV, what did I look for, which you get a lot from like my videos, but this actually gives you the strategies that I use on a day-to-day basis, also along with like live trading on a day-to-day basis. I'm just trying to figure out how to schedule it and how to deliver that to you guys. New question, how does buying strangles make profit? I can imagine IV gains after a crush. The only thing I can immediately think of is it's volatility arbitrage. There's buying strangles. So Cobra Commander, if you've been watching me, I know you have because you've been commenting pretty much every day. I mean, I've been trading during this volatility. I've been trading exclusively strangles, and I've been making, except for the Tesla trade. The Tesla trade, I did not. I only had calls on Tesla, and the reason why I only had calls on Tesla is because we were sitting down here. So that's the only reason why we had call. That's the only reason why I had calls on Tesla and not hedged. But in terms of strangles, yeah, I mean, you just have to get the pricing right. So like when I'm looking at a strangle, I'm trying to get closest to $1 as I can. Sometimes it's $1.50, sometimes it's $1.30, sometimes it's $1.20. You know, it all depends. But I try to get as close to $1 that I can for within an expected range. And if I think it's going to move a lot, like for Alibaba, I've been making really good money these last few months on it, because if you look here, it's been moving, you know, for quite some time, way beyond its expected move, and the option markets are underpricing that. So right now, Alibaba is pretty expensive, so you got to be careful about trading it. So when you want to do a strangle, like let's say you want to buy a strangle, you want to do something with like lower IV. AMD is the main event tomorrow. Buy popcorn. I agree. Shotgun, BLK. BLK, so BlackRock, investing institution. Man, they just got decimated here. So they're going from 594 down to 387. Let's see what. So IV, they don't have earnings coming up. At least not in the foreseeable future. I don't know if it's maybe it's just not been announced. Earnings October 16th. So they've already had earnings. Oh yeah, it's right here on the chart. Hello, it's covering it up here. So what do they have? An earnings miss here? No, they beat earnings, but maybe what was guidance down? I don't actually know. I don't actually follow them too often, but IV's high because they're hitting some lows here. You know, if they do bounce back, it would be huge. Expected move right now on BlackRock is $11 for the next 3 days, which seems like a lot. 18 over for next week. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive right now. I mean, if you're looking at these, I mean, IV's at 95. I mean, it looks like a good trade if you could pull it off in terms of reducing your risk, in terms of maybe doing a strangle or something. But right now, IV is really high. Maybe selling an Iron Condor, but I would be scared to sell an Iron Condor. I would actually wait for this to flatten out a little bit, or see a couple more days of data. I would decide what to do with it. BlackRock, in terms of volume, and their volume is just trash too. So for me personally, I would probably just pass on this based on the volume by itself. It's just not for me. But I mean, the stock is moving. The stock is moving a lot. I mean, today it was down $4. You know, it's come down from 480 down to 387. So 100 point swing in 3 weeks. However, they did have earnings, so they did come down from 420. When did they have earnings here? So 408. So since earnings, they've come from like 400 down to 387. You know, it's a tough trade. It's going to be a tough trade just because the volume is so low on those options. Yeah, excellent. Let's hurry up with the live trading stream. So for the live trading stream, I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, in terms of like time commitment, because I spent an hour on this stream, you know, in the morning. Like, how much content is too much for you guys? You know, I'm trying not to oversaturate the market with my face. Baron bought a call yesterday. USO. Yeah, USO. I've been following, but yeah, I mean, IV's high in here as well. So right now in this market, it's harder to find good deals. You got to stay really disciplined. But in terms of USO, it was down 70 cents. Yeah, I mean, these made like, the puts today made like 500 to 600%. So actually, I may probably look into something tomorrow on this. If we can come down to 13, or we get a bounce back to 15, would kind of be my targets here. Gonna write this down. USO tomorrow, target. I was looking at this earlier and I just forgot about it. 15 call, 13. So that would kind of be my target right here. Come down to this 13 area, 15 area. So right now, sitting in the middle. What are these? Do these trade in halves yet? No. Oh, they do. Okay. So I would, because it's like such a low price stock, I would probably buy something out. Let's see what the monthlies are like. I would probably trade, honestly, the monthlies. 24 days out. So, Glenn, don't be jealous. Come join me. Join me. It's years. The thing is, like, me making gains in the market's not like an overnight thing. Like, this took years of discipline. In fantasy, I bought Tarek Cohen low. TC Bond went through the roof. Now I'm up over 100% on my bond. Bears doing good. Bears are crushing it, which is very surprising in terms of where our history lays. Excuse me. So if you guys don't have anything else, we'll be jumping off here in about 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes left in this stream. I know. I just looking forward to my own day like that. Yeah, Glenn, I was talking about earlier is the way the calls exploded on Tesla. Like, most of my money was made on Tesla today. The way the calls exploded, this could have easily, if I were to hold, and I'm not saying I should have, because it would have been a terrible idea if I did hold. You know, it would have been about a 20 grand day for me instead of a $3,500 day for me. But I you know, any day that you make $3,500, you're not complaining. Any time, I was telling everyone this before that. I don't know if you missed it, but anytime your option goes from 9 cents to $1.38, you sell. Okay, I had no idea it was going to go from 9 cents to $7.95 in a day. No idea. But I mean, that's why you got to stay disciplined, because it also could have went from $1.38 back down to 9 cents, and I would have lost all my gains, like what happened last week. GS. I didn't actually trade GS. I was looking at that, though. I've been trading the banks lately for the last couple of weeks. I've been trading GS a lot, but today it didn't. GS didn't really recover. It's in line in terms of Bank of America and Morgan Stanley as well. They're pretty much in line. I do like GS. I might want to put a trade on tomorrow. Depends if I can get out of these other bank stocks. So if I get out of Bank of America and Morgan Stanley tomorrow, I'll probably rotate out to GS. John, how you doing? GS. It's just IV's kind of high in here for GS. Normally doesn't go up to like 100 IV rank, just so you guys know. GS, like right now, 59 IV is pretty high. Like normally you trade like GS is down in 20 or less. I've seen GS single digit before, like 5 and 7. So 59 is off the charts in terms of this. And like to get it, I don't like paying $200 for strangles and stuff in here. It's just not good. So the risk to the reward is not here. You know, if you're trying to do something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not paying $500 for a strangle in GS. That's going to disappoint me. GS is often like a slow mover, even though it hasn't been the last few days. But generally, like, it takes forever to get to where you want to go, because it has a lot of like back and forth action. So I don't like to trade GS unless I get great pricing. I did get really good pricing a few weeks ago, but recently pricing has not been very good. As you can see down here, IV is going up. Manny, I had four. I had Bank of America and Morgan Stanley cashed out for decent profits this morning. You know, we made, between Bank of America and Morgan Stanley, I made about $320 per account, so that's pretty nice. Let's see. Secure Kit, thanks. We'll catch you tomorrow, same time, same place. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Samuel, 3M. 3M. If you're just joining us, what is 3M? Is it? Oh, if you're just joining us right now, I covered everything what I want to talk about in the beginning of the video. You can hit that replay. 3M had earnings as well. Did they have earnings tonight, or was it already? Yeah. Yeah, looks like it wants to recover. Ivy rank is still 75 though, so it's pretty expensive. Let's see here. So if it goes like to 197, and then it comes back down to like 190. Yeah, I mean it's still pretty expensive. You'd have to skew it like bullish or bearish if you want to do like a strangle on it. But it did move. I mean, it moved like 20 points. That's pretty crazy. What's their volume like? Volume's not too bad. I usually like to have over a 500, and some of these have over 500, but it's not as big. Not a lot of open interest on these, like 195 calls, or more on the put side. So, we'll see. But yeah, definitely not a terrible trade idea, Samuel. I don't know what you prefer to go by. So, definitely appreciate everybody. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to get notifications when we go live, push that bell button. We go live 30 minutes after market close. That's 3:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. I respond to all the comments on our YouTube channel. If you're not yet a member of our options trading group, the link is below. It's free. I post all my trades in there throughout the day. You can ask questions, get in touch. If you guys want to get in touch, I respond on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Twitter. You guys name it, I'm there. All the links are below. So, definitely was a great day. I'm looking forward to closing out this week, seeing what we can do, in terms of the UVH community, the UVH family. I think you guys are doing great. So, you guys have a great day. We're at 52 minutes here, so we're almost to an hour. So, Richard, 3:30 p.m. Central every day. It's okay. Watch the replay, man. We're about to sign off, Richard. See you tomorrow, Samuel. Take care, Greg. But yeah, you guys have a good one. I'm trying to have my stream catch up with you guys here. All right, you guys have a good one.